What is angel investing? Is it God sending rich angels to invest in your company? Well, not exactly. Scripture tells us that angels are massive beings that humans are naturally fearful. So if angel investing isn't actual angels investing in our company, is it AngelSoft delivering a papery supply to aid in our company's growth? Well, doubtful. But let's not rule that out. That is a cost that we will need to. Now that we've ruled out what angel investing is not, let's take a look at the definition of angel investing. It turns out angel investing has a number of definitions. Our first is an investor who provides financial backing Something I found interesting. Angel investors were also defined as being a vital part of starting up a new company. And more commonly, they were in the beginning of the business building process, using their own money after a careful analysis on the return on investment that they would receive. Now that we've defined what angel investing is, we have to ask ourselves, how important is angel investing in starting up a new company, and how important is angel investing for new entrepreneurs as they go into their entrepreneurial ventures? To do that, we should probably review Now that we're aware of the amount of money being raised through angel investing, let's take a look at a few companies that use this method. Foursquare, a company that along with companies like Skype, Google, Mint.com, Facebook, and Flickr, it's easy to see While interviewing Ryan Dedrick of Dedrick Engineering, he admits he had no angel investment. We've looked at for-profit companies that have benefited from angel investing. Now let's take a look at an organization that depends solely on angel investors. The Union Mission, located in Charleston, West Virginia, depends solely on angel investors. And in speaking with their director, I've come across a very interesting story I'm happy. One of the investors for the Union Mission was an older lady who actually made her own clothes. She did a number of things in a very primitive way, which would seem on the outside. The Union Mission was working on a project for women and children, and one day they received a call from a lady, the older lady, wanting to know the costs associated with this startup program and other necessities that would be needed. The representative from the Union Mission replied with a very broad statement on costs and notifying the lady that any funding she could provide would be greatly appreciated. However, the older lady insisted that she know what costs were associated with this program. The representative from the Union Mission kindly obliged and began to note different costs associated with different aspects of the program, giving the aspect or attribute of the program followed by its cost. After the representative from the Union Mission would list an attribute and its cost, the lady would follow up with the question, what else is there? The representative from the Union Mission would continue down the list, listing attribute and cost, until all attributes of the project and their costs were named. This list totaled over $800,000. After ensuring the lady had heard all of the costs for each attribute associated with the project and learning the grand total, she agreed to fund the entire project for the Union Mission. When I interviewed the president and CEO of the Union Mission, the director had a very unique quote regarding investing. It's like buying a car. People look things over thoroughly and pick where they want to place their money. In this particular instance, there's no return on investment, and profitability isn't an option because it's a non-profit organization. Now we'll take a look at commonly asked questions about angel investors. How much will it Are there ways to see how angels are investing? To see if your idea is likely to get funded? Yes, the HALO report. Do angel investors receive anything back on their investments? Typically, yes. In 2010, the average return on investment was 23%. 23% of $20.1 billion is $4.6 billion, which most would say is a substantial return. Now that we've identified angel investors, companies they invest in, and a few stories of angel investments, let's take a look at angel investors themselves. Sometimes angel investors invest in their own ideas and goals. Typically, angel investors are former business executives, lawyers, actors, doctors, and the minimum standards require that their income be 200. Now let's take a look at how they invest. Typically, angel investors screen for the following: a strong team with experience and proven skill, strong value proposition, a record of the entrepreneur's own investment, the business. Most angel investors are required to do networking. Outside of networking, there are a number of ways to locate an angel investor. Online application sites are a great. Now let's wrap up with a few cons of angel investing. Conflicts between you and your investor on where the